You know, anytime you get an opportunity to bowl with Parker Bone, you just have to like, because I mean, I don't know what, he's 56, 57 now, you know, his days are behind him, this tour, but it's like, could you imagine being him like back in the heyday, like the heyday of bowling, like the 80s? Like, this man was on like video games, he was like in the movie Kingpin.
He's the man.
He was a man. He was like this really sharp guy from the East Coast, lefty that just killed everybody. And now he's got 2 kids in the bowling industry that are just dynamite as well. Which, by the way, check out their YouTube channel, Justin Bone. They got a group called The Crew of guys that are the next up-and-coming guys, so make sure you follow them. But anyway, yeah, bowling Parker Bone, super stoked. Bowling with Tommy Jones, super stoked. Bowling next to Bill O'Neill, super stoked. Those guys I get along with and I can match up off of, so good vibes already.
Hey vlog, what's going on? We got kind of a late start today, so they're early in game 1 right now. It's a 39-foot pattern first to the Chameleon, and they're both starting with urethane, at least in these first few frames here. And we should have an update here after game 1 or game 2. They are bowling pretty close to each other, so they do have they've got 1 pair in between them, but Richie Teese and Bill O'Neill are bowling on that pair, so we're gonna get a lot of shots of them today. Stay tuned.
Alright, so this is one of the great mysteries of the PBA Tour, and one of the nice things about having a really high rev rate, not necessarily if you're two-handed or one-handed, if your ball's spinning a lot, it moves the oil more than if it doesn't. So one of the things about this tour is going to a high rev pair. So the people that started on this pair, game 1, I'm going to game 2, was Mikey Tang, Belmo, and another high rev guy, and they were Frankie, and then there was one more, but they all threw urethane, right?
Cody.
So you have to Cody Shoemaker, yeah. So they all threw urethane. So you have to dissect. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have to pay attention who starts there. Don't do like Brad.
Yeah, I just look at my phone. The ball reps give us that information. Oh yeah, he's got it. See? Okay, so all of them through urethane. So what that means is a ton of balls spinning down the lane with urethane. That's going to stretch the pattern out, what we call stretch, meaning they're going to play a little slicker than normal. So sometimes going to a really high rev pair can be tough because of the amount of transition, but you just have to think like, okay, we're throwing urethane because reactive hooks a little bit too much. So if you go to a pair with a bunch of rev rate and urethane, it's gonna stretch it out. First ball, I didn't even throw my urethane. I didn't even throw a reactive ball game 1. Coming to game 2, frame 1, I go straight to my Nova. It was a guess, but that was my strategy, was they probably stretched the pattern enough that I can get into reactive. If all the guys on the pair before would have bowled good games and they all threw urethane, I'd be way more I'd probably throw in urethane. But none of them really did. You know, Frankie shot 180, Mikey shot 190, and Belmo shot 220, and Shoemaker had 220, and none of them were thrilled about their reaction. So if they were shooting big games and they were thrilled about their reaction, I'm probably throwing urethane. In fact, I'm going to a pair that was low scoring. They all threw urethane. I'm gonna try something different.
220, the little back 7. I already missed 2 makeables, so nothing new there. And 250. But real quick, if Brad strikes out here, he beats me for the first 2. Oh, he bird dogs the first one. Okay, so now if he gets this one, he has the lead. You shot 220 the first game, right?
Yeah, that's what he told me.
You shot 221, I had 223. He can get to 264. I had 258. So yeah, he needs this one. And he beats me for the first 2. But hey, either way, it's a good start. I'm kind of banging on the thing. Not kind of. I am. No kind of about it. And Brad's throwing Nova. So good start. Just trying to stay focused today. Trying to be a little more dialed in. So it means maybe a little less talking to you guys.
Bill Neal was like, so when Kyle got surgery, did they just like add 50 revs to him, or like what's the deal? I'm like, you think he's hitting it? He's like, dude, he's strapping him. I'm like, don't tell him that.
Well,
I don't want his ego to get too out of control.
Well, I was gonna tell them that you gave Kyle. So Kyle's bowling on the pair that Brad just shot the 260 on. That was Belmo's starting pair. So I was gonna tell him that you gave him the advice to not throw urethane.
Was it a 210?
And no, he went high.
Oh, he went high.
And he 310 with the urethane. And
he's gonna have to make a big move left.
And he said, and I quote, "I'm not gonna stop banging on the thing."
All right. Well, he can get left and do it. I'm not.
That's yeah. He moved left to start. He's gonna have to move further.
That's what
left,
Mikey did. He played the middles with urethane.
Yeah.
No, see.
That's all I got.
Well, we're through 5. 80 over right now. It's not great. The scores are pretty high. They're definitely very scoreable. Especially if you can handle, like if you were throwing urethane and you were able to go to reactive like and not have any issues or minimal issues. It's kind of where I struggled. I had that 170 game, and honestly, like on that pair, I feel like if I bowled there again, I could shoot 250. It's just didn't know the right like misses and how I needed to throw it for the first 5 frames, and unfortunately, I just split all those shots. So it's kind of how you get to 170. But last game we made a good change. I'm still trying to realize that I got a lot of rust to shake off, but I picked my spares. Made a good like blind ball change to a ball I've never even thrown before, and just starting to think the right way. So Excited. 229 was a hard-working game.
I mean, you guys know what it is. There's a reason we bowled this last game. It gives us an opportunity to clickbait the title, and we started with the first frame as a strike. So now we only need 11 more. We're going to end the game with a 300. The last game I just bowled, I went to Belmo's pair again. We just talked to Kyle, but it was a bad guess. So I go to that pair, scores are low again, them coming off of it. So I'm like, well, scores are low, it's probably cliff left to right, so I went to a fate. Belmo had 215, it was a high game on that pair by 30, so I'm like, I'll throw this. Move right, and it was just too clean and too quick. One barely went high, 4-6, one barely went light, 210. Immediately you put it away. Second, you have 2 splits in a row. So then I went back to how I was normally playing them with the Nova, and we had a good game the rest of the way. So game plan now is just to do that exact same thing. We shoot 300 and we get out of here.
I got the camera in my face. You're scaring me. Apparently, to the PBA I got married. Yeah, I'm not married.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Definitely didn't shoot 300 in that last game, but we did good. 255. What'd you bowl?
209. All right. It was pretty good 209.
Hey!
Felt good about
That's
it.
the owner of the center.
It's the man
we were
right
just
here.
talking about, real quick, get in there, get in there, get in there.
Oh, come on.
A ton of renovations have went on. If you go back and watch the videos from last year, just look how different this. Actually, we're gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to do.
You're gonna have to do it side
just
by
'cause we
side?
documented
Oh, we have
it.
to.
That's
just
true,
to go back and
yeah.
look and see all the differences. But they have completely renovated this place, and they absolutely love having the PBA today.
Oh, gotcha. We love having
for
it.
having us. Yeah,
Absolutely.
seriously.
You guys have
Yeah.
You too. I want to see 300 over tonight.
All right, bet.
300 over.
Heard the boss.
You heard
What we
it.
gotta do. But this was gonna be a little bit about what we're gonna do, but he just told us what we're gonna
We're
do.
gonna go 300 over. Longer pattern, different pattern. You got any ideas? Is it one of those like throw it and then figure it out as you go?
Yeah, I'm gonna play it different than the other pattern. That's all I can tell you. That's all I can tell you. Just talking to Dennis. You guys didn't see the last 10th frame, but 7-10. And I definitely feel like as a pro bowler, I don't have the best ball reaction. Like I shouldn't be crushing them, but I should be 50 or 60 over. And that's just me making a couple of bad shots here that I'm gonna shake off. But we're getting there. So just those little tiny margins that are the difference between 90 over and 180 over. It's just like a few shots, few better mental cues, but we're working at it.
This pattern is exposing our weaknesses. Same weaknesses we've had all tour. Ball's going too far down the lane, and I'm just not super sharp on it like I was in Wichita. I think bowling on a pattern that hooked first allowed me to be a little lackadaisical on my positioning, stuff I was talking about last week. And so now we're here and I'm being exposed. 2 games left, everybody's tired, and I haven't really bowled great tonight, but I can still salvage. I mean, I'm still in the cut, so it's not like it's terrible. I'm still 1 big game away from being up there and all that jazz, but it's late and I'm tired and I'm being exposed. So I gotta really focus on like my shot making. You know, you create room by making better shots. So that's my goal these next 2 games, is just to really dial it in and try and get to like 100 over. This might be the prettiest ball made of all time. Never thrown it. I've been wanting to throw it. And here's the first shot going down the lane. Throwing the dart code. Yeah. See?
What didn't you drill, Brad?
Because I was going to. That's a good ball right now. Maybe I should go drill tonight.
Dude, these Victor oils, that ball's daddy.
No.
That's all I threw at the Masters last year. But you crushed the Masters last year, so.
With a Nova. Not with a dart code.
I should have drilled what you drilled.
What you doing right here with this
Oatmeal
cream pie?
We preach health on this channel, but sometimes you just need a little tasty treat to make you feel better. And that's what I'm doing. And it worked.
Attaboy.
Feel better. Feel a lot better.
All right, so we just got back, and that last game, I was hyping the IQ Ruby, which it's still, I mean, even the smell of it. Tommy Jones is standing there, we were waiting on a game, and he's just holding it like this. I'm like, what are you doing to my ball? He's like, I'm smelling it. It smells great. I'm like, I know, get off my ball, bro. But like the IQ, the thing about the IQ and out here, for some reason when we throw balls that don't flare, which is the differential part of the tech spec, for some reason like they just don't work very well. It's like there's not enough friction or hook. Maybe the oil's too thick. Maybe the front's hooked too much. I don't know, but I knew kind of going into that ball's gonna be quick. The less flare it has, the less it rolls out, essentially. And the less a ball rolls out, the harder it is to control down the lane. And I knew it, but I just wanted to see what it would do, and I did not execute well enough. Was it the right ball? No, but I still could have got to, 210, 220. I threw 3 splits that last game. And again, we've said this a lot, if you're throwing splits, something's not right. I had moments where my misses didn't split, and then we bowled on a longer pattern, and then my misses were splitting again, which is similar to the last 3 weeks, so it's the same situation. So Kyle did He had it going the last game. He had 5 in a row, and then he went up in the 10th.
Yeah, he got to like 100 to 120 over somewhere in there. I'm not exactly sure.
For total?
For total, yeah.
Okay.
So he's...
Well, he's not doing bad. He's getting off his hand well. He's still... You can probably tell he's fighting his balance, his lower body. But as far as his hand, dude, I mean, he's pretty much ready. I mean, you just got to get his legs under him. Okay, so we're going to end it on that. Tomorrow we have 6 games in the morning on dual patterns. So this is a cool aspect. We mentioned that people do some interesting things, and it kind of brings the scores down a touch because you have to do so many different things. So that'd be cool. In the description below, make sure you guys check out our special for the Brad and Cobb membership. It's normally $500 with a bowling ball. It is now $375 with a bowling ball and an entire year of coaching in our private Facebook group with Kyle, myself, and Coach Daniel. In the link, click that, enter the code STORM, STORM, and you'll get $125 off in our membership, and we hope to see you there. Now, I'm going to go to bed, and we're going to make a run, and we're going to try to make a cut, okay? For the vlog, right?
Make a cut for the vlog, baby.
For the vlog. And that'll be it. So thanks for guys watching. Hit the like and subscribe. We'll see you tomorrow.